Back to another episode of the Winning Small Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Holyfield, and here's exactly why you do not need to do 75 Hard. If you don't know about 75 Hard is a fitness challenge that is specifically about 75 days of doing hard things and not missing a single day. Now, they make some claims on their website that I think are very interesting, that this is the only program that's going to change your habits and improve your lifestyle. And I have some issues with this. Now, let me disclaimer. I don't think it's a terrible program, and in fact, there's a lot of things in it that you can do. There's a lot of customization. There's a lot of things like, but there is an issue with having to complete 2 workouts a day for 75 days straight, particularly for folks that are just starting out. They're looking for motivation. They're looking for something that gets them up off of their butts and actually doing something that they feel good about themselves for doing. But I don't think we have to go to these extremes. I don't think that we have to do 75 days hard, consistent, without ever missing. And the reality is that I think 75% of the people who start it don't complete it. So why are we going to go into a challenge from 0 into 100 miles an hour and think that this is going to be the path to sustainable results? The reality is this: sustainable results come from sustainable actions. We cannot expect sustainable results from unsustainable actions and a path of action. We need to reframe the way that we think. I think a lot of people are attracted to these models because we assume and we think that that's the only way to really see progress and results, is to really push hard. And then you're going to have these incredible results. The reality is we're setting ourselves up for failure because we think that if we go really, really hard, those results are going to come. But your body is very slow to adapt, which is a good thing, right? Your body is slow to adapt in terms of accumulating fat. Your body is slow to adapt in terms of losing fat. Your body is slow to adapt in losing muscle. It's slow to adapt to adding muscle. These things that sometimes we're frustrated with are actually working in our favor. So if we're thinking that we're going to go and just do really extreme work and see extreme results, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. And then the next time we go to start something, we're going to say, oh, that was too hard. I didn't see the results that I wanted. Why should I even try? We either blame ourselves and we have guilt because we failed, or we have sort of this illusion of the difficulty ahead and just never really start. So I think a lot of times we've got to lower the threshold. Instead of doing 75 hard, how about we do 30 days simple? How about you find 30 days of consistency in one simple thing? Maybe you have a high protein breakfast and you say, for 30 days, I'm going to eat a high protein breakfast. How much impact do you think that is going to have over your longevity, over your ability to sustain that action, right? We do not have to do the extremes in order to live normal lives. Don't do the things that people on the extremes, who are competitors, who are professionals, who are, making a living off of this, if that's not your goal and not ultimately your aim. Don't follow the extremes if you're not trying to live in the extremes. If you're a dad like me, you're a parent like me, I've got 4 kids, I'm running a business, I have responsibilities, I'm very active in my church. There's a lot of demands on my time and my attention. I do not have time to spend 8 hours plus in the gym every single week. As a fitness professional, as someone who does this for a living, I don't have that capacity. So don't copy a model that is flawed or only geared towards specific population of people. And think about meal plans. A lot of times people think that they're going to have a very strict regimen when it comes to their meals. This is something that professionals do for a specific reason and only for a short duration of time. It's not sustainable long term. I don't give my clients meal plans. I don't make them work out every single day. My clients on average spend 3 hours a week in the gym, right? They're paying me and I am advising them 3 to 4 workouts per week. Most of my workouts are like 45 minutes long, because the reality is this is not the most important and most essential piece of your life, but it does prepare you for the most important and essential pieces of your life. So don't follow these models and these extremes. I don't have anything against a challenge. In fact, I've got a 30-day dad shred challenge going on right now. It's a free challenge. Anybody can join in. And we're working on building simple habits, consistency, movement rhythms, intentionality as dads, and making sure that we are getting in a few workouts every single week. But the goal is not to say you've got to do this, and if you don't, that you're a failure. The goal is to build a rhythm, a pattern of consistency that you can hold on to for a really long term. So we're not about what's the next 75 days look like. I don't care. I don't give a hoot what you do for the next 75 days. I do care what you do for the next 7 years, right? Because that's what's taken me to where I am in my journey. 7 years of consistency working out 4 or 5 times a week. That's how you get real results. The reality is this: anybody in the fitness community can tell you this is the truth. Until you've been training for about 10 years, you have not even come close. 10 years of hard training with a good understanding of nutrition, you have not come close to your total capacity and potential in terms of what you can build in terms of strength and muscle and athletic performance. 10 years of hard training with the nutrition in place. I have 7 years of training. The first 2 of those were kind of shoddy, and the first 4 of those, the nutrition wasn't really where it needed to be. So I'm really still at 35 years old in more of the beginning stages of what I'm going to be able to accomplish. Now, if you're younger than me and you're just starting out, fantastic. You got more years to accumulate that success and to put more wins under your belt. If you're older than me listening right now, hey, guess what? You've still got a long life ahead of you. You still have plenty of years to develop the patterns and the rhythms that you want. What do you want to hold on to? Start there. Find the things that you really, really value and build ways around those things that will protect you. Don't think that a challenge is going to fix anything. You didn't get where you are in 75 days, and you won't get out of it in 75 days. Habits take much longer than what we think in order to build. And a lot of times they actually scaffold. So we try to pile in all of these changes into one little window of time. Like, today's the day, I'm going to move forward. And we have all these different things that we're going to do, and then we can't keep up because our brains are not wired that way. Instead, we find 1, 2, 3 simple things that we can do. What's something that you can do every single day of the week? Something really simple that you can do every single day of the week. Now do that thing. What's something that you can do once a week? Schedule that in. What's something that you can do 3 times a week? Let's say like a workout there. Schedule that in. So if I go for a 20-minute walk every single day, I do 3 30-minute workouts a week, and I plan and prep 1 meal that's going to help me, that I'm going to eat, for lunches or something like that. Can I plan out 1 meal a week? Yes, I absolutely can do that. I know I can do that. Can I go for a walk every single day? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that. I can split it up, 2 10-minute walks, 1 20-minute walk, whatever. Can I go and work out 3 times a week, every single week? Yes, I will make time. I will put that in my schedule and make sure that happens. If you start there, if you find those essential pieces, the rest of life is going to get easier. And the healthy habits playing off of that are going to get easier because it's like a rolling stone. It's going to pick up more and more steam as you go. You don't have to do it all at once, but you do have to find those pieces that you can hold on to and that allow you to build momentum. It's not about motivation, it's about momentum, right? So that's what you can do tomorrow to build that momentum, to build the consistency that you need. It's not about a challenge. Those can be great. Those can be fun. They can be helpful. They can build community. They can build resiliency and all of that. But be very careful with what kind of challenge you choose to accept, because you're basically telling your brain, this is really, 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 really important. I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to dive into this. And then if you can't sustain it, that has ripple effects down the line versus something that you actually can sustain and you actually are going to see success in, and you're actually going to feel validation in, and now you've got momentum. So thanks for checking out this episode of the Winning Small podcast. I hope that you'll check out my challenge and any of the resources that I have available on holyfitcoaching.com. Got some awesome stuff coming in addition in the near future. So look forward to connecting with you a little bit more. Now go crush your Tuesday.